Hey, what's going on, Aries? And welcome to the channel. It's Robin here with AriesFireTarot. How's it going? So guys, welcome to your April, I was going to say January for some reason. Time warp, anyone? April 2020 mid-month reading. So the mid-month, I always use the Starman tarot card deck, and I combine it with the StarGuide tarot card reading because this is, for me, like particularly impactful because the deck is amazing. David Bowie, he appears throughout the deck. He was the inspiration for this deck, and he does appear in some of the cards because he collaborated on the artwork. And the Star Guide reading it's designed to bring in your guides, you know? So hopefully this is a great reading and that it resonates and it helps you out in some way. So definitely let me know in the comments what you think of the reading, and just say hi and let me know how you're doing. And if you're not a current subscriber, go ahead and subscribe to the channel because my mission is to serve you guys through tarot. So I'm here to help you. So I'm gonna shuffle, I don't know, I think we're done. And then we're gonna look at the present situation for you, Aries. And I'm gonna do a deck cut to have a look at that card. Present situation for Aries. We've got the Prince of Pentacles here, you guys. So this is a really interesting card in the sense that the Prince of Pentacles is still sort of looking backwards. So you're being invited to turn around, you know? There's I don't know if anybody listens to like gangster rap or Tupac. He has this song, Rear View, you know, looking at life through your rear view. And that's not what we're here to do. You know, you're given a windshield for a reason. You know, if you look in your rearview mirror, like how much are you seeing? And you're seeing what's behind you, you know, but meanwhile, if you turn around and face the windshield, you've got the open road ahead of you. So your present situation is that you're still a little bit disconnected from where you are right now, like your present situation, and sort of looking sort of wistfully off into the past. And I think we can all probably relate to something that we wanted to go a little bit differently, and kind of looking at it with that question mark, like, well, why did that happen? And why am I here right now? But you know, the life is continuing on. Like you can look at the horse like life, and it's still going forward. And you can choose which way you want to look. And I don't know, you know, so let's see why this is happening. The next card is it's like the cause of conflict. So we have the Five of Swords, and it's like, you know how when a pain is familiar, it can feel like it's part of you. And after a while, it can start to be a little bit self-inflicted, to keep on bringing this sort of memory to the forefront. So the cause of conflict is like just keeping the pain fresh, you know, because you feel attached to it somehow. And maybe other people are reminding you of that and kind of making you feel bad about something, and constantly reminding you of something that you went through. Like if you had a really sticky part of your life that maybe you're not super proud of, or you know, you made some big stupid mistake, and other people just keep on judging you or whatever. And people keep like either making fun of you, or they're being overly sympathetic. So the cause of conflict is that the pain, it never gets a chance to settle down. Like you've got all these swords in the air, and they're all like, you know, it's like a bad like B horror flick where, you know, there's always like there's always something, and it's like always something there to remind you, but not in a good way, and it's keeping you looking at it. You know, you can see the prince here, he's looking directly at this, but he could turn around and look the other way. So let's see what changes are needed in order to face that challenge. Oh boy, Okay, so we've got the devil card here, and I know this card can freak people out, but the devil card is like basically you and your shadow self. You know, and your shadow self is always going to be there. So when we see this card, it's definitely calling on you to put your shadow self where he belongs or she belongs, and that's behind you. You know, we're not Peter Pan. We're not here to chase our shadow and, you know, stitch it to our feet or whatever. Your shadow is always going to be there. It's just depending on how much light you shine on it and how big the shadow can get, right? So, like, what are you willing to pack away for good with this card? And why are you hanging on to something? You know, because I really see that it's sort of blocking your continued growth, because as long as you look backwards, where's your forward motion? You know what I mean? And things are going to pass you by and opportunities could be coming in. But if you're looking this way and opportunities come from in front of you, you're not going to see them. So let's see your strengths here, Aries, with the next card. So we have the High Priestess, and this is a very, very cool card. And the High Priestess, she really likes to run her own world, and, you know, she's probably, like, Aries, you're special, you know, and you have this really free spirit, but it can be really hemmed in by other people. So your strength is to definitely recognize who you are, but I think it's buried under an armor right now. And the High Priestess really wants you to break out of that. So like she's almost like she's surfing in this card and or dancing, and she's like really wild and free. So your strength is your wildness. It's your free spirit, but it's probably tucked away like a memory right now because your shadow self is really overcoming it. With the Devil card, you know, look how he's ascended in this card, and then, you know, the High Priestess wants to come in and take care of that. You know, your wild child is going to be basically your winning hand. So let's see any other challenges here. You've got the Nine of Cups. So you could possibly feel like you need to be upbeat and positive for everybody else, but then you could sort of deflate when you're on your own and then sort of go back here, you know, and then this guy comes back in. And then when you wake up in the morning and maybe you have to go out to work or, you know, whatever it is that you have to do and you're connecting to other people, you're like, oh, hey, everything's cool. Yeah, I'm fine. Thanks for asking. You know, but I'm seeing here that you can have an opportunity to say, you know, I really just don't want to talk about it anymore. Thanks for asking, but, you know, it's something I need to deal with on my own. Or, hey, you know what, FYI, that's none of your business anymore. Or just cut people off and just say, not today. Instead of having this false brightness, you know, because you really do want to be happy. You're a happy person, but people keep on bringing up bad memories. Oh, hey, remember that time where, you know, you were living on the street? Or, oh, hey, remember that time where, you know, you got really drunk and made an ass out of yourself? You know, like this stuff, or they think it's hilarious and they want to make fun of it. And you're like, yeah, you know, and you kind of want to go along with it because you know, you're such a sensitive person and you feel like really, you feel like you don't want to stick up for yourself because you don't want people to be mad at you somehow. But I mean, it's time for you to just say it's not funny. You know, you can basically, I don't know, sawed off, but you can spell that with an F, you see. You know, and take control of that, because like it's other people that are forcing you to look backwards anymore, you know, and you're gonna go home and attack yourself, and then shadow self comes in. It's like, yeah, they were all right, you know, hey, you're an idiot, you know, you were so stupid, or, you know, you deserve that. And then the High Priestess is like, no, you kind of didn't. So let's like look into greener pastures here, because everything is green here and there's new life available to you. And it's not through like falsely jollying along with other people who want to use your life, your painful life, as sport or small talk. Like everybody can just, you know, zip it. So let's have a look at your outcome here, Aries. Got the Star card, guys. You've got a lot of power, and you're letting other people take it. You're letting other people take it. And I don't know why. And it's like, instead of shutting out these other people who are kind of making jabs at you, and or like they're being overly sympathetic to you, instead of telling them to get lost, you're sort of doing that to yourself, and you're losing yourself. You're lost here a little bit in sort of what other people expect out of you. But I mean, you have this magnificent connection right now to spirit and source and the universe and God and whatever your spiritual beliefs are, you guys. Like, that's what I'm speaking to right now. So is this how you want to live the rest of your life? Like, I get it. Like, times were tough. Like, trust me, I know about tough times, right? And I know a lot of you out there are too. But where do you want to go for the rest of your life? Do you want to be looking at a memory that just keeps on getting smaller and smaller and smaller, with other people still continuing to treat you as if you're still, you know, whatever? Like, if you had a really rough patch in your life, and they're still like bringing it up and it's hurting you, like, why are you allowing that? Because like, it's looming up over top of you, even as it gets smaller and smaller. Like, the shadow is growing taller and taller, and no matter how far away you get from it, the shadow is still sort of looming up. It's really like imposing for some of you, and it's like almost like a puppet master sort of controlling you where you are right now. So you're gonna have to let the high priestess come in and rise you up. And where did she go? I lost her. Hello, Robin. Oh, hello. Anyway, do you know what I mean? And then let her carry you forward. Like, she's looking to the front, you know, and the star card speaks of hope and like making things happen and being that connection between heaven and earth and sparking new change and sparking like a charge back into your life. And you're going to have to back people off. It doesn't matter what other people think of your life and of your pain and of your journey. Like, what do you think? And like, how much more of your present moment do you want to keep giving to something horrible or a rough patch that happened eons ago, or even if it was just yesterday and you just want to drop it and move on? This is totally within your power right now. Man, Aries, this is a lot of energy coming through here. You know, so I hope this was helpful, because you need to get that shadow back down to, you know, where you can crush it. When you can crush your shadow. Guys, I'm gonna leave it. Take care. Bye.